Hello YouTube, this is Dakota from Bowtied Media, and today we've got a brand new reaction to the brand new Holo EDM album. But it's not electronic dance music, it is existential dance music. The album 3, or the third album, is here from Holo, and we're here to do a reaction video to the whole album, whether or not I've heard the songs as I've heard the singles beforehand, or I'm listening to these for the first time. So it's a long album, so buckle in and let's get going. 15 tracks long. I've not heard anything other than the singles that have come out up to this point, so we will go through those still. And at the end of each song, we will kind of give my thoughts and what I think about the track. And so we will move along with good pace if we can. So I'm excited for this. I'm a huge Holo stan. Big fan of his stuff. I've been loving kind of all styles that he's done, past and present, and so I'm excited to get into this, and let's do it. So let's hop in with the very first track, though. This is I Don't Know Who I Am, IDK Who I Am. So let's hop into that right now.
I don't know who I am.
This is clearly the kind of prelude of sorts to the record. Okay, production-wise, light intro, light airy prelude intro of sorts, but not really narratively light because he's kind of just saying he doesn't know who he is, so it's not quite the same brightness in that sense, but yeah, kind of a prelude track. I liked it. I think it's a good tone setter, but let's hop into the first actual track and get this moving right along. So this is Don't Look Down featuring Lizzie Lamb, which I have heard before. This isn't my first initial reaction to it, but yeah, so let's hop into Don't Look Down. Which I did enjoy this track quite a bit, I would say. Considering this is the first track, my guess is a lot of it's going to sound similar to this style of tone, as this is a tone-setting single. The classic Holo halftime second drop or last drop.
Don't look down. Stars will shine on after they burn out. Life gets too loud.
Okay, Don't Look Down, a solid track that I really did quite enjoy. Big fan of it when it first came out, and I thought it still holds up now. Even holds up, it's, not that old, but, I think this is, like a weird, it's not weird, I'm trying to think about it in the context of what album one sounded like compared to the second album, compared to the third album. And this is kind of like an in-between of the second and first, but more towards the first. I don't want to compare too much to the back end, but it really does and is existential dance music, that it does feel like a sense of, I don't know, what do you even say is a sense of existentialness or like an internal crisis of some sorts? And I don't know what I'm saying exactly, but I do understand it feels very much like existential. It's like, I think of the music video for They Just Haven't Seen Us by San Holo, where it's the woman that's like crying in the club, and that's what I think of to this kind of, that's what I imagine as existential dance music, and I think that song did a great job of continuing that moniker of sorts, so... but let's hop into the next track, though. This is Tiny Flowers, which also has come out beforehand, so this is not my first time listening to it, but let's head into Tiny Flowers now. I almost forgot that intro is, just gets it going. I love that he decided to make like a D&B track, that it's not just, it's not all just kind of like this electro pop, synth pop.
Yesterday, sometimes I can't even feel the sunlight, but I'll be okay. Been here for a while, sunlight used to make me smile. Think about the beauty in the flowers on the side of the road. If you're feeling small, you're not alone.
I'll try about that. I wonder if every single song is a halftime final drop.
Listen to the silence in the noise. Feeling small, you're not alone. Not alone.
Okay, I feel like already with Tiny Flowers and Don't Look Down, I know this might sound horrible to say off the bat, but I think these two songs gives the album more tonal variation, more stylistic variation, not tonal, stylistic variation than his first two albums. Because the first two albums were very similar, and I liked them a lot. Don't get me wrong. I really liked album 1 and BBOK, but they just were the same thing for the most part. Album 1, I think, had a lot more diversity in it, but not so much with BBOK. But this one already has very much like a tonal cohesion and sound and kind of state of being of a track while still being a different genre. It's not your kind of bread and butter electropop now. This is like a light liquid drum and bass track. So I really love the variation in it. I also love the track. I think Tiny Flowers is great. And I'm just loving this project so far. And so I'm really excited to keep this going. And let's hop into the next one. So this is Silence in My Mind featuring Sophie Winterson. Here we go. First new track. Fascinating.
I'm staring at the sea.
Interesting.
Staring back at me. With every breath I breathe, I wonder who is me. Mountains I would climb through silence in my mind. Silence deep inside.
Okay, I like that we've got a longer build here.
Silence in my mind.
Oh, it's going to just a full reset.
Silence in my mind.
Interesting. Okay. Silence in My Mind. I, again, enjoyed this track. It sounds a little bit more like Don't Look Down does, and it's kind of a little bit more forward, heavy electronic sounds, and not so much a like kind of more underground D&B. That's not underground. Last song wasn't underground at all. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it is going back to this kind of style that I think we've heard so much from the singles that I have particularly enjoyed. It's a nice, bright, airy, light tune that we've come to know and love from San Holo, but with a more beat to it. Like it's got more, it's meant to be danced to. This is existential dance music. This isn't like a sit and wallow kind of song. It's a dance and wallow kind of song for the most part. All of these. So yeah, okay, I like that one a lot too. Silence in My Mind. I really love the downward staircase, and so I like that. And speaking of songs I enjoy, let's head into Bring Back the Color, my favorite of all of the singles up to this point. So I really like this. So here is Bring Back the Color again.
Light on her toes, dancing, dreams in wild. Would I carry back the sun, and beg for the mother to bring back the color? Everyone I know and everyone I love, I
this part.
Carry back the sun and beg for the mother to bring back the color. Everyone I know and everyone I know, I beg for a lover to bring back the color. Bring back the color. I carry back the sun, carry back the sun, and beg for the mother to bring back the color. Everyone I know and everyone I love, I beg for a lover to bring back the color.
Okay, Bring Back the Color, another great addition to this record and the personal favorite single of mine. Really enjoyed that one. And so, yeah, that's just a jammin' track. I think it's kind of quintessential San Holo of this kind of era of EDM, of this existential dance music, I would say is this one. And so, yeah, big fan of that track. I'm sure, I mean, it's been out for a long time, so you've probably had your own opinions on that already up to this point. But, this is your first time hearing the album alongside me. Then, if that's the case, then let's hop into a new song together that we both haven't heard before. This is IMYSM, which is, I'm assuming, I Miss You So Much. I wonder if there's an off chance here that this is like a part 2 of I Miss You, like the one with Father Dude, I think it was. The like capital IMISSU was the name of the song. A classic San Holo one for me personally. One on Spinnin'. But yeah, let's hop into I Miss You So Much. Here we go.
I wanna hear you say we're gonna be okay. You feel so far away. You fly, but moving on is not another lonely day. Memories on replay. Moments I can't erase. Don't know if I'm awake. Why do I see your face with every step I take? But moving on is
Oh, the halftime. Should have known. Okay, a little bit more jumpy on that track, and a bit more of a kind of uppity, sentimental. Wow, words. Whew, sentiment to it. Sentiment. Yeah, that one felt more of like just a kind of fun, uppity, dancey song that didn't take itself too seriously. That does sort of at some pace feel like a filler track. Doesn't feel like, not a filler, it doesn't feel like a single. It doesn't feel like it's like this is one to be released as a single. It does feel like a one to be as a deeper cut into a record. And so, yeah, great addition though. I think it's lots of fun. I can see this one definitely be revisited a ton, and this is an easy playlist filler for me for sure. So I like that one. So yeah, let's hop into the next one. Let's hop into Always Us featuring Lizzie Land. Lizzie Land back again, and I know they will be again. But yeah, here we go. This is Always Us.
It was always us at the end. You and I every time. It was always us at the end.
It was always us at the end. Not every time. It was always us at the end.
This sounds so much like it's from album 1.
It was always us in my head. You and I every time. Think of you again and again. Every time, always it.
What is that melody line from? Oh, some nice strings here too. Kind of a grand outro. Huh. So I will say that this definitely feels like it fit in with album 1 more than existential dance music up to this point. That track felt like it was a forgotten, lost track from album 1, and just the way it was, the way it sounded sonically, it was a little bit more. I don't even know how to. I'm trying to figure out what it even is. It's like a certain X factor to it that doesn't. Maybe it's the non-constant beat. I think a lot of the stuff on existential dance music so far has had a bit of a backing beat to it that kind of gets you going. And this one didn't as much. And this one maybe let go of it a little bit more often than the other tracks have sort of up to this point. So I think maybe that's what it is, and that's what the difference is that I'm hearing and understanding. But yeah, just the way that the song ended up going with its drops and just the timing of it all, it felt like it was something off of album 1, and I liked album 1 a lot, so I really liked that track. That was quite good. Even the outro, like the extended outro, just feels like it's straight off of album 1, which is not something we've heard yet from these tracks. Even these ones start really fast too. So, but let's head into the next track that I have not heard yet. This is Dive In Deeper, which is assumedly a interlude song of sorts because it's only 1:19. So here we go. This is Dive In Deeper.
So, what if you suddenly realize you've never truly been at peace?
If I wanna dive in deeper, see it clearer. Noise in my head gets too loud. I get by. Hello, goodbye. Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I?
So narratively, this does follow the through line of the I don't know who I am and the who am I, the kind of searching for the internal sense of self and being and what your kind of purpose is. And I'm sort of recognizing this a bit as a kind of a through line throughout this record. So I'm intrigued to see if I catch on to that a little bit more. So yeah, and I just, even the tone of the existential dance music kind of has a sense of self-discovery alongside of it that I feel that's kind of just there. You kind of get that feeling. So, but yeah, maybe that's just me. But let's head into the next track. Another one with Sophie Winterson. This is I'm Sorry.
I'm sorry, so sorry. I know you're scared on your own. You and me, I can't breathe. I need you to let me go. Just let me go. just let me go.
Oh, that's kind of fun, funky. I love that bass line.
I'm sorry, so sorry. I know you're scared on your own. You.
Okay.
Just let me go, go, go. Just let me
Interesting. Interesting outro for sure. That being said, that was probably my favorite of the new songs up to this point. That one had a certain weird factor to it that I really enjoyed. That was quite not what's the word I'm looking for? It was just not your regular San Holo. It was just a little bit more, a little bit more out there, a little more funky, a little bit more like just, there's a certain word I'm looking for that I can't find, and that's okay. But it was interesting, and it was new, and it was something that I really quite enjoyed. It was so fascinating to hear a San Holo track that was more bassline, like focused, maybe even, that it's just like it was doing stuff in the bass line that was the melody of sorts. And I know that doesn't make sense, but I think that makes sense in the context of the song. But just structurally a very fascinating track that I quite enjoyed. So yeah, way to go. Okay, but this is our second last one that was already released beforehand, so we will listen to this, though, obviously, as we're listening to everything. This is No Place Is Too Far, featuring Wheaton and Celea Soul. Here we go.
It's getting heavy now. Your love is more than I wanna. I feel it flowing like water. I'm falling deeper than oceans. I promise I'll never stop floating. No place, no time, no egos. There's only heaven between us. We're flying like superheroes. No place is too far with you. No place is too far with you. No place is too far with you. No place is Your love is more than I wanna. I feel it flowing like water. I'm falling deeper than oceans. I promise I'll never stop floating. No place, no time, no egos. There's only heaven between. No place is too far with you. No place is too far with you.
Okay, No Place Is Too Far. Again, I forgot how much of a different change of pace this song is compared to the other ones, because it's just so much more uppity, and it's so much more has a, like, because Sun Holo, and yes, in this track in particular, does have like obviously constant beats to tracks, but this one has like a bit of like a almost like a house beat to it. Like it's a bit of a house kind of song, and it just kind of got that more standardized 4 on the floor type of track, and I love the variation in it, and I think that's fantastic. So yeah, another great song, another solid one. But let's hop into some new stuff that I have not heard up to this point. This is actually the one I was the most excited about, so I am excited for this. Say the least. So let's hop into it. This is Energy featuring What So Not. I'm really hoping this is some production feature, not just...
I don't know, I just really like your energy.
I am digging this.
I don't know, I just really like your energy.
Groovin' track.
I don't know, I just...
Okay, Energy. I enjoyed that for sure, and that was definitely some production feature on that, because that just sounded so much like What So Not. That just had his production written all over that. I don't know what it is about like the kind of, I don't know, jittery is not the right word. The like just the back and forth that is a very What So Not sound. I don't know why that's such a thing, but it is. So, at least for me. So, another track I enjoyed quite a bit. I think that's probably maybe my favorite now, or second favorite next time. Sorry, but yeah, let's hop into the next one though. Light Only featuring Bipolar Sunshine, the one that was technically the last single to be released here, if that makes sense. Like it got its own kind of publicity stuff, but yeah. So this is Light Only. Bipolar Sunshine sound a lot like The Weeknd on this song? I feel like it sounds a lot like The Weeknd.
Energy, it's never fading. It's only you could see. Don't drift away from me. Something's right on my control. Holding on hurts more than letting go. You are the highest high of all the lows. Holding on hurts more than letting go. Something's around my control. Something's around my control.
I'm surprised he's opting for more of these slow fade outs.
I am letting go.
Interesting. Weird kind of tonal end, but yeah, that also kind of feels like it's got a bit of more of a through line with that kind of sentiment of the self-identity and finding out who you are, I felt like. But yeah, Light Only. I see. Okay, seriously, Bipolar Sunshine sounds like he's straight up The Weeknd in this track. Like he just straight up sounds like the Weeknd here. So yeah, definitely sounds like The Weeknd. But that's, yeah. Another personal favorite of mine, I would say, with this track. It's up there, top 3, I think, for me at this point. I just think it's got a ton of like fun to it, and it just kind of has like a bit of a like the. I also love the like jittery is not the right word, but it's like the like with the voice. I quite enjoyed. So yeah, that was Shine. Sorry, Light Only, as we're about to get into Shine. So let's do that now, though. Another one featuring Lizzie Land. Here we go. This is Shine.
How do you shine? How do you shine? How do you shine? How do you shine? How do you slow my mind? You know the speed I like. A feeling around you that I can't explain. I run to your light when I can't find my way. Hard to describe. Feelings I fight calm me down like no one else. Remind me to breathe when I'm not alright. How do you shine? How do you shine so bright? Give me that peace of mind. Beautiful light inside. How do you shine? How do you shine so bright? I can see through the sky. Everything feels so right. How do you shine? Always been someone I talk to when it's hard. I'm on the inside looking out, you get that part of me. Disconnected from my body somewhere else. You bring me back and calm me down from my anxiety. And it never goes away. The feelings always change. Remind me it's okay. How do you shine? How do you shine so bright inside? How do you shine? How do you shine so bright? I can see through the sky. Everything feels so right.
Okay, Shine. That one feels like it's a little bit more vocal forward and more vocal focused than I think some of the other tracks have been up to this point, which I did like as a bit of a kind of stylistic change. Well, not changing a whole ton, but changing a few things, and I hope that makes sense. But sorry if you can hear that, but really enjoyed that. Another track there. I enjoyed a lot of the just like the kind of more. I don't even know how to describe it. It just had more of a, not quite a 4 on the floor. I can't think of the wording for it, but it just felt like it had a little bit more, like a drive going on, a little bit more of a, I'm at a loss for words at this point. I'm filming this a little late at night, and so I'm also getting tired. So don't know what I'm trying to say. I think I'm just trying to say like just more drive to the track. So. Slowly losing my mind for some reason. We've got the penultimate track, though, All the Highs, one that was released prior at one point. So let's listen to it. Here we go, All the Highs. I feel like I get a greater appreciation and love for these tracks once you hear more of the project. This is one of the first ones, wasn't it? What was the first single of this? It was All the Highs. All the highs. And that is All the Highs, the last single from the record, which did come out back in 2022. I realized it was definitely the first one released, but again, that's the oldest one from the record, so that one I've had the most time with. One that feels a little bit more like album one, similar to some of the earlier tracks did, but another one I thought was solid nonetheless. So let's hop into the real meat of this, the one that we haven't heard before. This is A Moment of Truth, the final and I believe longest song from Existential Dance Music. Let's do it.
I'm not my name or my height or the noise in my mind. I'm not my smile or my fright or my shadow that blocks the light. I'm not my face or the goodbyes, all the love, all the lies. Who are you? Who am I? Words cannot define a feeling you can't describe, a truth deep down inside.
Interesting. Holy, that was fantastic.
A feeling you can't describe.
Yo.
And even after all this time, I just want to see the light. After all the lows and highs, I just want to see the light. A feeling you can't describe.
Oh. That's nice. I was just thinking of Vestal Avenue literally right now. Right before. Wow. Okay, yeah, I was okay. I was just double checking that it was all the highs. For some reason, I thought it was another one, but I love that he went back and not redid, but like gave all the highs like a remix on that of sorts, which is perfect for many reasons. One, because it was the newest or the oldest song from the record in terms of release of singles, and that this is technically the newest. If it's the last one, is it technically the newest compared to the other ones? I'm not sure, but it was like a book end to it perfectly. And I also loved how it mimicked what he did back on album 1. He did mimic that, where he did Everything Matters When It Comes to You, and then did the back end of Vestal Avenue that had the same melody line. And so he did that through line again of the melody, which I loved, and then even went back into a callback to Vestal Avenue at the end with those chords. And so, dang, I was a huge lover of that, which makes me even believe that this is like I don't want to get too far, but this feels like a trilogy of albums now, to some extent, now that it has like a chapter book and mark of now it has the beginning, it has the same melody, this melody ends as the Everything Matters That Comes to You begins the other one. And so, I love that. I really loved what he did with the outro there. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. So good. And that's my favorite song from maybe the album period, actually, is A Moment of Truth. I think that was one of the best, if not the best track. I just think that was a beautiful ender to it. And that's sort of, I've missed a bit of the Son Holo that was, had these really long tracks, really long, as in like 5 minutes, like he did on album 1. And so I'm really happy we got a nice, longer, more drawn out one like this. But yeah, okay, thoughts on this album as a whole, though. I really liked it. I thought this was a step up from BBOK. I don't think it's as good as an album 1 is for me personally, but I thought BBOK was okay. But this one really felt like he was honing in on his current sound and style here, Son Holo is. And so, yeah, there was an in-between BBOK and this one that I felt like he was kind of drifting and I didn't really know where he was going to go, if he was going to land to more, like, be a lot more electro-poppy and a lot more commercial, or if he was going to stay in this kind of, like, weird future bass, indie pop kind of sound at some point. But he did a great job of kind of doing it all here, I thought. Doing it all and not at the same time, and not doing it all. But yeah, I thought that was really solid. I thought the whole record actually was better than I expected it to be. I thought some of the non-singles were actually highlights for me, and ones that I thought are better than a lot of the singles maybe even. So yeah, just a really consistent record. It has that kind of narrative through line of self-discovery and identity, which I think I need to explore some more here with A Moment of Truth and see if there's some more hidden meanings there, or actually explicit just narrative stuff that they were saying that I didn't catch on to. But Yeah, that just that was solid. Sonically, narratively, tonally, like I thought the whole thing just flowed well and didn't really feel. It's a 50-minute album, which is quite long, and it didn't actually feel that. Maybe like I felt like it was definitely felt long at some points, but I like it had just an easy flow and track list that worked. So, way to go, San Holo. That was pretty solid. Pretty solid. But I'd love to hear what you have to say about this record in the end. What do you think of the album 3 from San Holo Existential Dance Music? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, other than that, my name is Dakota from Bowtied Media, and I'll see you guys in another video.